Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Yo, what's good, you beautiful, beautiful people? Des Rocksteady back, live and large, King of the Pit TV. Yo, you're gonna have to give me a heads up. Let me know if this microphone's alright. I must have dropped the one I normally use and it's knackered. I've just got this humming that I can't seem to sort out when I use it. Let me just see if I get it on this one. We're all good, but I'll tell you what, the input isn't great, so I've had to ramp it up as far as, you know, my volume, so you might hear a little bit more background noise and whatnot, but let me know if it's acceptable. Yeah, I should buy a better one in due time, but you know, a decent microphone, it's not cheap, is it? This listen through is devoted to Lance, who recommended this via the Patreon. He said, Brett, check out Warbringer. I've never listened to Warbringer before, so I thought this will be a good place to go. This is a 2020 record, so I think this band's been going longer than 2020. I don't know how far in the discography this is. Let's see if we've got some factoids. There's 10 tracks on that, I can tell you that much. Released in 2020. Yeah, not much information, really. Have we got comments? We got comments, which is good news. Right, and with that being said, let's jump straight in. I mean, we're jumping in straight with 122,000 views, which is quite good as far as the 2020 YouTube record is concerned. Let's see what these boys have got. Let's go. Firepower Kills, track 1. Come on. Two songs on this record over 7 minutes. Last one 6 minutes, so it's quite a long record. This could be a make or break experience. Is Warbringer going to be a boring experience, or is Warbringer going to be an exciting one? Let's find out, because last record Lance recommended was, what was it? I forgot what it was now. It was Destruction, and it was hard as nails, man. It's one of my favourite thrash metal records to listen to on this record, on this channel. Come on. Come on. I've got blue balls. The picking is so tight, man. The guitar work is so tight. I want to hear some mid-tempo mosh riff. I've got no doubt that this band comes with a mid-tempo mosh riff. I have got no doubt, and I want to hear it so badly, man. Wow. Insane. Insane. That's a great way to kick this record off. That was really good. Let's look at some comments. See if there's any factoids, because I'd like to know a little bit about this band. Never heard of this band until now. Friggin' awesome. 2 responses. So jealous that you get to experience them from the first time. I think they're the best of all the modern thrash bands. Somebody's used the term modern, right? So this is a more modern band. Because this is a sound that this band could come from an earlier time, you know. Yeah, this is a very cool start to the record. Let's keep going. We've got the Black Hand Reaches Out. But that guitar, that rhythm guitar works really good. The lead was as well, but I'm in this for the riffs, people. I'm in this for the riffs. I want to hear some riffs, man. The Black Hand Reaches Out coming up next. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV signing in. Warbringer, Weapons of Tomorrow. That's the record we're listening to tonight. Geez, we've kicked off with a good tune, to say the least. This one's entitled The Black Hand Reaches Out. It's track number 2. Let's go. Where we at? Lance, so far this is even better than that Destruction record. This is pretty crossover, man. This is which could be arguable, but to me, if I can mosh to it, if these riffs will go down well in a hardcore environment, to me it's crossover. Dude, what a funky ass riff. These dudes have got a great thing. I'm 2 songs in, and these dudes have been consistent with blue balling me on the intro, man. They've got a good way of creating tension before they kick it in, man.
Out for your mind, out for your soul. It's
Is this a concept record? Pretty good. Pretty good. So they clearly went showcase a little bit of the fast-paced stuff and then went for the mid-ground chug fest. Very good. Very good. I'm looking forward to listening to more. That's as much as I can say, which is the highest...
Would you like a cheaper...
The highest compliment, you know. We've got an album ahead of us, and to say, yeah, this is good. I want to listen to the next track. That's exactly what you want, right? Why the hell would you not want that? So we got Crushed Beneath the Tracks coming up next, all right? There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. We're going well. We're going well. The 7-minute tracks might make or break this album, so that's exciting to come forward. We've got Crushed Beneath the Tracks, which is track number 3. This listen through goes out to Lance, who recommended this via the Patreon. So far, so good, most definitely. Let's go. Let's go.
Rolling on and on, destruction
Pretty good. Someone in the comments said this was best track on record. Out of the 3 I've heard so far, it was the weakest track. It didn't really touch me too much. I like the Chugfest riffing we had in the middle, and I like the fast riffing we had at the start. This one, I just feel like it didn't really connect with me, any of the riffs. Defiance of Fate coming up next. Let's keep moving, let's keep moving. Yes, now bless now. Don't forget to rest now, people. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV listening to Warbringer tonight. Weapons of Tomorrow is the record. This is track number 4. Defiance of Fate. Let's go. Cute little fade in her. Incredibly subtle to start. Very smooth fade in. I mean, I'd be surprised if you even heard how minute it was at the start. It's a very slow fade in, very quiet at the start. Here we go. It's a little bit black metal, don't you think? It's a little bit black metal. Apple cider tonight.
Flame will burn brighter.
These guys are really good songwriters. Really good songwriting. We're bookending this track with a fade in and a fade out. That was good. That was a great showcase of their versatility and their songwriting capabilities. It was good. I felt like the drum production was a bit too punchy. It's a little too studio magic-y, a little too modern to work with the twinkling clean guitars. I think the contrast, you know what I mean? I think the dynamic is a bit too overt in comparison, but it was all right. Don't get me wrong, I want to hear some thrash metal from this band, but it was a good showcase of what they're capable of. But I want to get back to the riffage, you know. We got Unraveling coming up next. Let's keep going. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV, live and large. Weapons of Tomorrow is the record we're listening to. Lanzar Ayers recommended this one on the Patreon, and so far so good. It's been a pretty bloody good record. This one's Unraveling. Let's go. Let's go. We've got a great chance for an epic riff now. This is where you should have an epic riff. You need to have an epic riff. A stomper. It's got to be a stomper. There they go with that blue balls again. It's got to be a stomper. It's got to be a stomper. I'm not too fussed on a guitar solo. I'm probably going to have a guitar solo over the top, but it's got to be a stomper. Come on, double time. Double time, double time, double time. Double time. Good. Yeah, good. Good track, good place for a song like that. Quite a unique space for a song like that. Wedged in between two longer songs. Fascinating. Heart of Darkness is coming up next. Let's keep on moving, Yes, now bless now people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. We are listening to Warbringer tonight. Weapons of Tomorrow. This is track 6 of 10 entitled Heart of Darkness. 7 minutes 12 seconds. Let's go. Longest one on the record. A lot of people saying black metal for this one. A lot of people say the bass is good. Come on. Let's go.
To rule by force and domination, and then to speak.
Come on. Very good, very good. Another showcase of their songwriting capabilities. It's quite interesting because when the instrumental wasn't as much black metal, although it was, because like a twinkly minor, clean guitars on Defiance of Fate, the vocal line seemed more blackened. It was the same vocal, don't get me wrong, but it seemed more blackened over that. But when the instrumental is just like pure black metal vibes with the blasts and the tremolo picking, then the vocal seems a little more thrash adjacent. So it's fascinating how the vocal sort of is that middle line, I would say. It was an alright song. I want to get to the thrash. I didn't put this record on hoping for a black metal record, so I'll say that much. We've got Power Unsurpassed coming up next, alright? There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Warbringer, that's who we are listening to. This is track number 7 of 10. Power Unsurpassed, let's go. Weapons of Tomorrow is the album. We're back to it. Let's go. Let's go. One thing that's good about this band, or at least this band on this record, is that they're not playing overtly technical riffs. They're not noodling about and doing the whole, all over the fretboard. What they're doing is they're playing incredibly tight, rhythmic stuff. It's very rhythmic. And these dudes are just riffing on the one power chord. But they're playing so tight and it's so rhythmic and composed, man. Come on. Ooh. This is hard. Come on. Now this is where it comes in. I want to hear a whilst the one guitar just blends the open chord over the top, we get the riffing from the bottom, and then we kick it in with a just some ignorant stomp, some Lars Ulrich shit. Come on. Come on. Slayer. It should have gone straight into the Lars Ulrich. Quite anticlimactic there, coming in on the tapping on the bell. Come on. It's still gonna go there though. It's still gonna. Here we go. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Some hate breed there at the end, bro. They should have kicked in with that snare drum. They should have pounded hell out of that snare double time on that. They should have brought it on the double time. That's all I'm saying. With that being said, though, that was probably my favourite track. That was tight as hell. Loved the rhythm on that. Out of Reach is coming up. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, Warbringer, Weapons of Tomorrow is the title of this one. Well, it's the title of the record. Out of Reach is the title of this track. It's track numero 8 of 10. It's devoted to Lance, who recommended this via the Patreon. Thank you ever so much. Let's go. Come on. Bro, somebody says the breakdown is monumental. Come on. Come on.
Turning to the outer regions, far beyond the stars, we fly 1,000,000 miles a second, surpass the speed of light. In a single instant, leave the galaxy behind. Activate the hyperdrive and go faster than time. So far, out in the void, past the unknown. Out here alone, and further still on the edge of space, piercing the folds of time. What's on the other side of the black? We go in desperation, out into the dark, to leave behind our dying earth. Science brought us ruin, science brought us death, and now our starship brings rebirth. Journey through the cosmos, a voyage so far, distant and unknown. Who knows where we are? Beyond the outer reaches of space and time. Beyond the outer reaches, what lies? Journey through the cosmos, a voyage so far, distant and unknown. Who knows where we are? Beyond the outer reaches of space and time. Beyond the outer reaches, what lies?
Come on.
Down into the black hole.
Let's give it a rewind. Let's give it a rewind.
Down into the black hole.
Spin kicks. That was a good tune. Yeah, the breakdown was really good. It was really good, and it was striking considering it's the first like low tempo mosh riff we've had in the entire record. It was a good riff, yeah. I liked it a lot. I think it could have been more impactful. There was a good build up to it, but the way it hit, there wasn't enough emphasis when it hit, to be honest with you. But once we started to just sort of get lost in it, it was just really good. It was heavy as hell. It was ignorant. It was a great mosh riff. That was good for that. That's got replay value for that riff. That's got good replay value for that riff. We've got Notre Dame, King of Fools coming up next. Let's keep going. Yes, now bless now. Don't forget Rest Now. Warbringer, Weapons of Tomorrow. Track number 9 of 10. This one's entitled Notre Dame, King of Fools. Let's go. Dong, dong. Dong. Let's go. That was the worst track on the record. That wasn't a very good track. I'd take that one off of the record personally. Ding! I'd take that one off the record. I thought that was rubbish. I didn't think much to that. Let's finish this record off. Glorious End. Alright, last track. Yes, now, bless now, don't forget the rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV signing in. And eventually signing out, as this is the last track of the record. We've been listening to Weapons of Tomorrow by Warbringer. It's been devoted to my good friend Lance, who's recommended this on the Patreon. Let's finish off. Glorious End. Let's hope for a couple of riffs, eh? Cheeky little Stella Artois, straight from Belgium. Lego! Come on. Cool. That was Glorious End, the last track off the record Weapons of Tomorrow by Warbringer. If you want to hear my final thoughts and rate this album out of 10, I'm going to do another video where I give my review. I'll see you there. Alright, peace. Yes, now bless now, people. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. Signing in, we just listened to Warbringer. We listened to the album Weapons of Tomorrow by Warbringer. It was recommended on Patreon by my supporter Lance. Much appreciated. He put me onto some very good metal as of recent, and no doubt even more so, because this was a good record. I've never listened to Warbringer before. From first glance, after listening to him, I didn't know if this was a band that had been going for the best part of a few decades. You know, you just never know with how many records some of these old school thrash bands are bringing out. But turns out this is a more modern band. I don't know when this band came about. We're going to learn a little bit about them next if there's any information on the Wikipedia. But this was a good record. Well, I say it was a good record. Let's get into it. I like the thrash metal components. We break this record up a lot. I was very, very content first 3 tracks, and then we got into the fourth track, 7-minute long epic Defiance of Fate. It was okay. A little bit of a twinkly number. Little bit of an insight into the blackened element of this band. Then we separated that from another like black metal number with Unraveling. Now, from this point in the album, it tends to get a little bit messy, I think, purely because if you're into thrash metal, you want to hear a little more thrash metal. I don't necessarily want to... They don't incorporate the thrash and the black metal elements like cohesively enough. You're either getting a black metal track or you're getting a thrash metal track, and that's a bit bizarre to me. So I didn't really think too much of that. The production value was really good. The drummer was tight as hell. Lead guitars were absolutely spot on. Too many guitar solos for my liking, but the lead guitars were very good, like very pleasant to listen to. I think the highlight of this band most definitely was the rhythm guitars. The rhythmic element of this band was pristine, really good, and arguably when it comes to thrash metal, it's the rhythm you want to be listening out to. It's the rhythm, it's the riffs, whether it be fast, high intensity, high pace tremolo picking, triplets, mid-tempo chug riffs, breakdown, which we had one in here. It's down to the rhythm guitars, and this band is really good at rhythm, purely as they didn't go out of their way to flaunt their technical capability with the riffage. It was more so based on just hanging around a couple of particular ideas, a couple of power chords, maybe a little twinkle here and there, a little embellishment, little ornament on that riff, but it's just all about the tightness of that picking, and the picking was tight as hell. Very modern sounding guitar tone, most definitely. Bassist had a presence. Bassist was noodling about, especially on the more alternate tracks. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the best track was Power Unsurpassed, which had the breakdown. Really good. Yeah, really good. Notre Dame, King of Fools, and Glorious End weren't great. They weren't great. I said during Notre Dame, King of Fools, which is track number 9, I'd just get rid of that one. That was the worst track on the record. I'd get rid of that one. And with that being said, if we sort of just stuck on the thrash, so if we just stuck on the ideas we had in the first few tracks, it'd have a higher record than I'm about to give it. But I think the mixed bag of ideas brings it down a little bit. I preferred it to the Destruction record from the first couple of tracks, and I said that. So it's a shame I'm going to give it a rating as such. After listening to it as an entirety, if we just looked at the thrash metal components, I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. But I think we're deducting a lot due to, you know, the more songwriting based elements, which although are a fantastic showcase of songwriting capability, just sort of, I think the sequencing of the album's a bit crap, in all honesty. The track listing, the way they've sort of organised these different ideas, because the problem here is the middle of the record. Defiance of Hate, 7 minutes long, right? Near to no mosh. Then we've got Unraveling, which isn't the best thrash track. which then goes into a black metal song at 7 minutes 13. That just completely takes you out of it. It's just, for somebody who wanted thrash metal and enjoyed their thrash metal, it was just, it's hard to come back from that. And because of that, I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to give it a 5. I love the sound of it. I love the guitar riffs and the rhythms. I like the vocal. The lyrical content's really good, and I think the songwriting is out of this world. I think the songwriting in this band is really good, but I just can't be doing with the sequencing of the record and all these, pick one side or the other. Pick one side or the other. I'm not here to listen to the black metal unless you're a black metal act or you're a blackened act, and you're not blackened all the way through. You're a thrash metal band one time, and then the second time you're trying to really just give this black metal instrumental, and I can't deal with that. One ballady sort of twinkly song was good enough for me, but that was it. And then it got sort of ruined by the last 2 tracks. The songwriting in Glorious End, the last track, was really good, but there wasn't necessarily any instrumental that sold it to me. I wanted to hear some mosh riffs. Notre Dame was crap, so the last 2 tracks were a bit funny. But with that being said, I'm happy to have heard Warbringer, and that was my final review. So let's see if there's any info on this on Wikipedia that we can comment on. If so, you'll see me again. If not, we'll leave it there and we'll move on to the next record. Catch you a bit. Yes, now bless now. Don't forget the rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV. Continuing on and finalising our review of Weapons of Tomorrow by Warbringer, which was recommended on the Patreon by my good friend Lanzari. We've actually got a couple of factoids on here, which I didn't think we'd come across too much, but we've actually come across a little something, so little room for discussion. Let's find out some information on this record. So, Weapons of Tomorrow is the 6th studio album. Wow. So how long had this band been going? Let's find out. That's fascinating to me. A 6th studio album by the American thrash metal band Warbringer. Following the success of Woe to the Vanquished in 2017, this is the first album to feature Chase Bryant on bass. Chase, you were prominent on the record, so fair shout. During its first week of release, it reached 63 in the Belgian charts. Woe to the Vanquished was a successful record there. The band's first album for Napalm Records, and the first to feature bassist Jesse Sanchez and the lead guitarist Chase Becker. Right, see, talking about returns of rhythm guitars also, it feels like this band has got so many different members changes over the years, just judging by these 2 albums. So, genre thrash metal, length 50 minutes. You know what? It didn't feel like 50 minutes. It was a fun album to listen to. It didn't feel like 50 minutes. It was produced by Mike Plotnikoff. And background the lyrics, speaking about the album, lead singer John Kevill said that he sees this album as a 2.0 stage of the band, and that this, as far as what we've achieved as a band, the definitive era. He drew inspiration from many sources for the album, including Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness and Victor Hugo's The Hunchback of Notre Dame. In reference to the song Heart of Darkness, at the heart of all this large-scale human evil that you get is this question of if you could rule and dominate your fellow man, would you? I think that the ugly true answer is that for a lot of people, most people believe yes is the answer. The song is about unpacking all of that and dealing with the fact that the world we're standing on. Release. The album's title and artwork were revealed in February 2020, along with the release of a re-recording of 2019 single Firepower Kills for the album. Firepower Kills, great track. In the months following the release of the album, Napalm Records released a documentary about the album on YouTube, in which the band discussed the history of each song. Critical reception. Dom Lawson of Blabbermouth praised the imaginative spirit and flat-out swivel-eyed thrash effing metal, saying the album feels like the kind of thrash metal album that bands used to make in the genre's glory days. Fraser Wilson of Distorted Sound lauded the opening track Firepower Kill, saying this is a modern thrash at the very best. Yeah, it's a great track, calling the album lyrically stunning and musically eviscerating. He highlighted Heart of Darkness as a real standout, saying it showcases the sonic range of the band. Jonathan Smith of Sonic Perspectives called the album genius and stylistically intricate, saying Warbringer have definitely hit a sweet spot with the album. He highlighted Crushed Beneath the Tracks and Power Unsurpassed, calling them punchy riff monsters. Power Unsurpassed, a great track, my favourite one I think it was, wasn't it? So Blabbermouth, yeah, plenty of great reviews there from Blabbermouth, Distorted Sound, Sonic Perspectives. Carlos Cruz is getting songwriting credits all the way through this. There was bonus tracks, Fight Back, which was a Discharge cover, which is quite fascinating, and Remembrance, which was an instrumental. personnel, we got John Kevill on vocals, Chase Becker on lead guitar. Chase, you did a great job on them leads. Adam Carroll, if you wrote them rhythm guitars, you're a maestro. You're up there with Hetfield, in my opinion, because them rhythms were incredible. Chase Bryant, bass guitar. Chase, you did a great job. Carlos Cruz, Carlos, you were good. That studio magic bloody took your drumming to a new level, though. So punchy, that studio engineering. Additional personnel, we got Mike Platinoff on production, Zach Oren on mixing, Justin Sturtz on mastering, Andreas Marshall on the artwork. Cool. Yeah, and with that being said, we're signing out on that. So, I'll see you soon, people. On to the next one. Let's go.